Hey everyone. Well, I'm back again. Yes, I did have a very good Christmas, but right now I'm just going to take the time to review one of the worst movies I've ever seen. And I only managed to watch this on YouTube, and I'm actually talking about the film Undefeatable by Godfrey Ho. And oh yes, it's just plain stupid. So what's the film about, you might ask? Well, in short terms, it's well, it's basically a martial arts action flick directed by Godfrey Ho. It stars Cynthia Rothrock, John Miller, and Don Neon. And if you might think you might think if you watch this you got a good a pretty good action flick to watch, but no, it's just not. It's just stupid. So yeah, what's the film about? Well, we start off with Cynthia Rothrock. She plays this character named Christy Jones, who's constantly taking part in these daily street fights to earn cash for her sister's college education. And yeah, because I guess she thinks that's the best way to earn money, or like she can't just get a job somewhere. Oh, well, actually, she does have a job in the film. You briefly see her like as a waitress at this restaurant. And then we are in, but yeah, there are a lot of fight scenes in this movie, but the fight scenes are just plain boring. It's overuse of slow motion. There's just a lot of lame punches and kicks, and the sound of this movie is just terrible. The voices sound badly dubbed in. It's just like nothing but or like that a lot of the time, and so we are also introduced to John Miller, who plays a cop who, you guessed it, also knows martial arts, and yes, we even in the opening scene of the film, we see him take out these two cliche robbers, taking out this store, like holding it up, and by using his moves and such, because yeah, everyone in this film just constantly wants to show off their martial arts skills. This might have been a cooler exception, unless it was done right. Yeah, and so Nick DeMarco and Christy Jones kind of become, like sort of friends on the side, because they're kind of working on the same turf. But then we were introduced to Don Neon, the lead bad guy of this film, and he's a very lame bad guy, to be exact. Now I'm gonna say, where do I start with this guy? Well, most of the acting in this film is just plain awful. Like everyone's performance in this is just plain stupid. But it's really Don Neon who really earned the award for worst performance. It's like this guy just woke up every single morning and simply said, "I am not gonna act today. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but it definitely won't be acting." And that mullet that he has, it just doesn't suit him at all. It just looks like nothing but pubic hair is growing out of his head. And he's so retarded, also, it looks like, in a few scenes. Well, yeah, Don Neon plays Paul, aka the Stingray, and he's constantly, he's also constantly in these fights, to get money, these boxing matches. If you might look in the opening fight scene, what can I say, it's just stupid. He's just constantly doing this, like shaking his lips a lot, or just making dumb facial expressions, constantly throwing lame haymakers and stuff, and so yeah, he's become an abusive jerk also. He treats his wife horribly, but that all changes when she decides to leave him, apparently. She takes advice from a psychiatrist and leaves Paul, and he doesn't take that too well. He comes back at home to try to look for her, and he's like, "Anna, where are you? Where are you?" He is so wooden. Like, everyone in this movie is just plain dumb, but yeah, Don Neon, he's just so... He's just so one-dimensional. And yeah, he comes home and finds out that that his wife left him, and yeah, he trashes his place in a very slow-motion-like fashion. Then, we get a weird flashback of him as a child, I assume. Then we discover that his mother left him, I'm guessing, and... oh yeah, not only is... and I was just about to get to that, not only is the bad guy in this movie a real badass, but he's also a juvenile fag. constantly yelling references of, like, don't leave me, mommy, I'll be good. I'll be good. I mean, give me a freaking break. Could this guy be any more uninteresting? And so, from this point on, Paul then decides to go on a murderous rampage. Not with using really guns, though. Well, he does use one gun only once in one scene, but using his martial arts skills to kidnap his victims. He goes, all over looking for women who bear a weird resemblance to his wife. Yeah, just walking up to them and simply going, "Hello, Anna. Time to go, Anna." Yeah, and we then get more over-the-top fight scenes and dumb lines and dumb facial expressions. And oh yeah, the first woman that Stingray abducts, as soon as he kills off her boyfriend, he just walks towards her, and she's just like, "Don't come near me, don't, please." She doesn't even bother to run for help. Oh, and here's the most stupidest part. Stingray abducts his victims in broad daylight. He doesn't wear any disguise or anything. He doesn't carry any weapons, all except for that gun in one scene. But he just walks up to them and simply walks down them, and no one even bothers to run away or even scream for help. Yeah. So then, you might be asking, where does Christy Jones and Nick DeMarco come into all this? Well, eventually, Stingray ends up killing, Christy Jones' sister. Yeah, and right when they run into her, she's like, "Oh no, you're crazy, my name's not Anna. Oh, please, get away." Yeah. And after he hurts her and beats up her boyfriend, he just walks towards her slowly, right in front of a dumb convenience store. I mean, yeah, how did no one even see that? How did no one even see this? He takes her in broad daylight right in front of, like, this shop, and, like, no one saw it? He easily gets away with it, and she struggles away. She tries to struggle away with him slowly following her, and she doesn't even scream for help. Yeah, it's like Godfrey Ho just wanted, nobody in this movie to act. Yeah. All except John Miller, on the other hand. His performance is decent in this film, but he doesn't help with the horrendousness of it. Oh yeah, and so after Stingray kidnaps, rapes, and kills Christy Jones' sister, when Christy Jones finds out and sees her sister lying dead on the operating table in the hospital, we then go to the most awkward crying scene ever. She just bursts into tears, and we see this for like 3 minutes. It's just her just sobbing her eyes out, like saying, "Oh, who did this? Oh, who did this?" I know she was trying to act there, but it just looked weird. Well, it just looked weird. And so, yeah, I guess you might... And so it's this point of the movie where it's, yes, revenge time. This movie is so cliché, also. Yeah, and a lot of dumb lines like, and Christy Jones, she's the lead star of this film, and she may seem really weak and short, but she owns every fighter that she comes up against. Just easily flips them over, or just hits them only a few times, and then they're dead. And then, finally, we then... you might see the part where Christy Jones fights Bear in that one. Yeah, we get the line, "The bigger they are, the harder they fall." Yeah. She just flips him over. She kicks him only once in the face, and then once in the gut, and then flips him over in it's so unrealistic. And then the next time we see Bear, he has huge bruises on his head. How the heck did that happen? Yeah, and then pretty soon Bear and his girlfriend run into Stingray, which, yeah, Stingray easily kills Bear and then kidnaps his wife once again, just by walking up and saying, "Hello, Anna. Time to go, Anna." Yeah, Don Neum, the only thing he's good in this movie doing is screaming